Welcome to Jong's channel. For today's video, we are here in Nuremberg, Germany. Join me in my little tour here in this beautiful city. Nuremberg is an independent city in the Middle Franconia administrative region of the Free State of Bavaria. The city is the second largest city in Bavaria after Munich and the 14th largest city in Germany. Nuremberg is one of the major cities in Germany with a decidedly multicultural society. Before the severe destruction in the Second World War and the very simplified reconstruction of the post-war period, the medieval city was considered to be the Middle Ages. Nuremberg's Old Town is one of the most important in Europe. However, some landmarks were rebuilt true to the original, particularly the city's churches. In addition, some architectural monuments were preserved. The most important landmarks include some buildings along the historic mile, especially the Nuremberg Castle. The Nuremberg Craftsman's Court was created in 1971 as a tourist attraction in the so-called Waffenhof of the Frauentor of the last Nuremberg city fortifications. It is located at the Königstor entrance to the Old Town and therefore on the footpath from Nuremberg Central Station to Nuremberg's traditional tourist destinations. The Craftsman's Farm was opened on April 1, 1971 on the occasion of the Dürer year on the 500th birthday of Albrecht Dürer. The design of the restaurants, workshops, and shops was coordinated with a body responsible for monument protection. Due to the great popularity, the buildings were not demolished as planned in 1972, and the Handwerkerhof has continued to exist as a tourist attraction ever since. St. Lorenz is a Gothic church building in Nuremberg. The Lorenzkirche was the parish church of the medieval settlement center of the former imperial city of Nuremberg, south of the Pegnitz, and in terms of urban planning, forms the counterpart of the older church of St. Sebald in northern part of the city. Construction of the three-aisled basilica began around 1250, and the late Gothic hall choir was completed in 1477. The roof and vault were badly damaged in the Second World War and were restored. The very important late Gothic furnishings were largely preserved through storage. Not all of the movable pieces of the rich furnishings originally come from St. Lorenz. Many of the cultural assets came from secularized or destroyed monasteries in Nuremberg and the surrounding area. Particularly noteworthy are two masterpieces of late Gothic sculpture that are part of the church's original furnishings. The first is the Sacrament House, created by Adam Kraft between 1493 and 1496, an almost 20-meter high sandstone tabernacle. The second work of late Gothic art is the English grating hung in the choir, which the patrician and most prominent Lusinger Anton Tuscher commissioned from the carver Weitstrass in 1517 to 1518. It shows the larger-than-life, colored and largely gilded lime wood figures of Mary and Gabriel at the Annunciation, surrounded by wreath of 55 golden roses. Since the Reformation, the Lorenz Church has been one of the two large Protestant city churches in Nuremberg, along with the Sebaldus Church, both of which belong to the Nuremberg Deanery of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in Bavaria. The main market square has been the center of activity and commerce in Nuremberg since ancient times. Visitors and locals love to shop the plentiful fruits and vegetables, fresh bread, treats, ready-to-eat meals, and fresh flowers. The main market square features several iconic landmarks, one of which the Church of Our Lady. This Gothic church was built in the 14th century and features a beautiful facade. The second one is the beautiful fountain, which was completed in 1396 and is a Gothic masterpiece. It stands an impressive 19 meters tall. 40 ornate figures decorate the fountain. The figures represent important icons in the Holy Roman Empire, such as philosophy, liberal arts, the 4 church fathers, the 4 evangelists, the 7 prince electors, the 9 worthies, Moses, and the 7 prophets. Legend tells of good luck brought to visitors who spin the 2 brass rings on the fence, which I also did. Nuremberg Castle is a group of medieval fortified buildings on a sandstone ridge dominating the historical center of Nuremberg in Bavaria, Germany. The castle, together with the city walls, is considered to be one of Europe's most formidable medieval fortifications. It represented the power and importance of the Holy Roman Empire and the outstanding role of the imperial city of Nuremberg. In the Middle Ages, German kings, respectively Holy Roman emperors after their coronation by the Pope, did not have a capital but voyaged from one of their castles to the next. Thus, the castle at Nuremberg became an important imperial castle, and in the following centuries, all German kings and emperors stayed at the castle, most of them on several occasions. Nuremberg Castle comprises 3 sections: the Imperial Castle, the former Burggrave's Castle, and the buildings erected by the Imperial City at the eastern side. The first fortified buildings appear to have been erected around 1000. Thereafter, 3 major construction periods may be distinguished: the castle built under the Salian kings, respectively Holy Roman emperors 1027 to 1125, a new castle built under the Hohenstaufen emperors 1138 to 1254, and reconstruction of palace as well as various modifications and additions in the late medieval centuries. The castle lost its importance after the 30 Years' War from 1618 to 1648. In the 19th century, with its general interest in the medieval period, some modifications were added. During the Nazi period, in preparation of Nuremberg Party Rally in 1936, it was returned to its original state. A few years later, during World War II and its air raids in 1944 to 1945, a large part of the castle was laid in ruins. It took some 30 years to complete the rebuilding and restoration to its present state. St. Sebaldus Church is a medieval church in Nuremberg, Germany. Along with the Frauenkirche and St. Lorenz, it is one of the most important churches of the city and also one of the oldest. The construction of the building began in 1225. It was originally built as a Romanesque basilica with 2 choirs. During the 14th century, several important changes to the construction were made. The 2 towers were added in the 15th century. In the middle 17th century, galleries were added, and the interior was remodeled in the Baroque fashion. The church suffered serious damage during World War II and was subsequently restored. Some of the old interior undamaged includes the shrine of St. Sebaldus, works by Weitstoss, and the stained glass windows. In the church, the famous epitaph of the Tuscher family can be found. In conclusion, Nuremberg is a city with a rich and complex history that offers visitors an unforgettable journey through time. From its stunning medieval architecture to its significant World War II sites, there is no shortage of captivating attractions to explore. I hope that you like this video. Until my next travel, choose!